These are 5 of the most undeserved title shots in UFC history. With O'Malley versus Merab happening today, being one of the most undeserved title shots we've seen recently, I want to talk about some of the more undeserved shots we've seen within the last 5 years or so. Starting off with none other than Stipe Miocic getting a title shot right at Jon Jones after like 4 years of inactivity, getting flatlined by Francis Ngannou. This was Jon Jones running away from Francis for 3 years, delaying his heavyweight debut, and then also ducking Tom Aspinall, which he's still doing to date. Stipe Miocic stood no match, looked like a fossil out there. He made a slow and bad Jon Jones look good in that fight. Tatiana Suarez was 100% undeserved as well. She was fighting against Virna Jandiroba, booked, was on a decent win streak, but then pulled out because of injury in that title eliminator shot, and then immediately got a title shot after pulling out of a title eliminator. She did not deserve this fight, and in this fight, she looked very, very undeserving. And I mean, she got the life beaten out of her by Zhang Weili in the fight. Henry Cejudo's first ever title defense at bantamweight and only title defense at bantamweight was against Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz, I believe, got a title shot instead of Jose Aldo, which would have also been very undeserved. But Cruz getting a title shot against Cejudo without really having much, coming off of a long layoff. I get it, the legacy, but nothing really made sense for Cruz to come on and fight Cejudo here. They were better contenders overall. He should have fought Aljamain Sterling at the time, could have fought Corey Sandhagen at the time. This made no sense. Cruz did not deserve it there. Yoel Romero coming off of a loss against Paulo Costa to fight Israel Adesanya, where Adesanya called him out. Adesanya's first ever title defense was against a guy who literally came off of a loss. An old Yoel Romero, because of the fear, the absurdity, the complete explosivity that Yoel Romero offered. He was supposed to fight Paulo Costa here. He ended up fighting Costa, beat the life out of him. That's fine. But Romero did not deserve this shot whatsoever. And it ended up making one of the worst fights in UFC history, especially considering the hype behind the fight. Adesanya lost his title and losing his reign to Alex Pereira. He ends up getting it back and then losing it to Strickland. And then off of a loss with no wins, goes on to take on Dricus du Plessis. Israel Adesanya was 1-2 in his last 3 going into this fight, losing his last one to Sean Strickland. No wins since then. As a champion, long-term champion, I believe you deserve an immediate rematch after losing your title after a long reign, but he already had that against Pereira and then lost it right back against Strickland. And of course, you have the one that's happening at UFC 316, O'Malley versus Merab. Let me know if I'm missing any on this. I know a lot of undeserved ones. I know Khalil Roundtree's been in there as well, so let me know if I'm missing any big fights here that I'm not really catching in this video.